I'm live, then why do I feel so dead inside? Had to hit the Benjamin before I do anything. All right. So what am I doing today? Well, see, I got these cards. And I built this deck myself. So I kind of want to make sure it stays safe. And so I got some card sleeves that I'm going to put on my Magic the Gathering Spider-Man deck. And it'll be a joyous time. Right, everybody? Right. All right, so I got that, my commander. Got my cards right here. Let's see if I can... make it work better. I don't know. Card sleeves are in here. So yeah, we're just gonna chat while I sleeve all these cards. Because gotta keep them safe. Midnight Blue. Because Spider-Man. And like I would use a red sleeve for my commander, but it's double-sided, so I can't really put a sleeve on it. Because it transforms. It transforms, y'all. What's up, Tallulah Lee? How are you? Yeah, I'm just doing that old magic thing. So I got some new dragon sleeves and I got my cards. I got my Magic the Gathering Spider-Man and Manwolf, and these are the same card, but this is the one that came with the figure. And this is the one my girlfriend bought me. What's up, AF? Who is it? Sam. Hello, Sam. How's it going? What's up, Cass? How are you? So these are the same card. They have the same effects. But this one came with the figure and it's foil, and this is the one my girlfriend got me. What's up, Denzens? So I am sleeving this shit. Because I want to keep my cards safe. And the best way to do that is double sleeved. So yeah, that's... This deck, like, I built it so, like, it's not a pre-con because they didn't release... Stupid fucking Hasbro. They didn't release any pre-cons for Spider-Man, so you kind of just had to build your own deck. I'm good. I am having a good day after last night. You know, that was a great showing by everybody. All parties involved. Great job. Great job. That's just a land. But yeah, I built this deck. It still has some non-Spider-Man cards in it, and I eventually want to have just Spider-Man cards in it. So, this deck over here, that's a Green Goblin deck that I'm still working on. So that one is black and red. This one is tricolor. This one is green, white, and blue. So it's a little more complicated, but I have a little bit more wiggle room with the cards I can use. But some of these, to build a whole deck, I had to put in some non-Spider-Man cards. There's Silk right here. Hell yeah, Blue Tsunami, more like it, Sam. That shit was amazing. I'm so proud of my state. But yeah, that's how you keep your cards safe, y'all. That is how you do it. And we can talk. I just finished filming my review for that Spider-Man back here, this one. Manwolf, I really like Manwolf. He's really cool. But the Magic the Gathering Spider-Man, the battle damage one, on the other hand, oof. I had to take his legs off and sand that joint down so that I could fix him because his legs would not move. If you tried to move those legs, it would just fucking break. So... And if I pull cold cards, I'll show y'all and talk about them. Because me and my girlfriend last week, we went to the local game store and I spent she spent like $13 getting me a bunch of singles for Spider-Man, so I didn't have to buy a bunch of boosters. So I essentially just went through and looked through cards that would fit into my deck. And I didn't get all of them because I was trying not to break the bank or anything. But I do want to fine tune this, and I do want to have all my artifacts replayed. Like this, for instance... I can use it because it's 5 colorless mana, but its effect, I can't really use it. Discard this card, destroy target artifact, because I don't and I can't have... Yes, we are Kaiju Kitty. Welcome. I can't have red mana in this deck because your commander is what you base your mana off of. And like, because it's two-sided, I can use the other side. And there's no mountains on there, so I can't use that's effect. So this will not stay in this deck. I have one in my goblin deck too, but that's just a placeholder until I get my hands on more Spider-Man cards. Damn, I wish we were neighbors so we could come over and marvel at your cards and figure collections. I can use that card in a fire pit. Now listen, Kaiju. I like these cards. Like, look. So the cool thing about my deck is, okay, so in Commander, if card has a different name, you can use it. So this is Amazing Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man Web Slinger. And this is Spectacular Spider-Man. So I essentially, and there's another one that I'm going to get. I essentially have 3 Spider-Man, Peter Parker Spider-Man in my deck. And I love that. I fucking love that. I really do. Holy shit, there's 43 watching. Make sure y'all smash the like button. This is not a Spider-Man card. I'm going to have to get rid of that eventually, so I'm not even going to talk about it. We're not even going to talk about it. Yeah, there's a party in here. I don't know what's going on, but what's up, 43 people? Pretty please smash the like button. Tell the algorithm you like action figures and Magic the Gathering, and then go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Because here's another non-Spider-Man card. Because I do be talking about Magic more, and I do be doing action figure reviews. This is a nasty fucking card, though. I won the game against my girlfriend with this. Equipped creature gets a +1/+1 for each land you control. So it's a 2 cost, and the equip cost is 7, but if you're equipping a legendary creature, like say for instance, this Spider-Man card, it costs 2. And then if I say I have 13 lands, which I did in that game, that makes him a 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. That makes him a 17/17. So that's a pretty nasty card. So I may just leave this in my Spider-Man deck altogether because, yeah, that's a good fucking artifact right there. And if you would all have questions about how Magic works, then feel free to ask me because I do have the answers. Look at this. Supportive Parents. It's Miles' parents. Tap 2 untap creatures you control. Add 1 mana of any color. So essentially, if you have open field and need mana, you can tap 2 creatures and gain a mana out of it. This is the mana. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to break down the mana. But that Magic the Gathering Spider-Man is a disappointment. It really does suck. Choose one. Do homework, draw 3 cards, fight crime, counter target spell, draw a card. This is a pretty good. It's 5 cost, but it's an instant, so you can cast it any time. So if you need cards, either way you get to draw. But counter target spell is very useful sometimes. Like destroy all creatures. Nope. I play that. That doesn't work. I got Hydra Man. I haven't used him yet. Whenever you cast a blue spell, if Hydra Man is a creature, he gets a +1/+1 until end of turn. Some of these Spider-Man cards are really nasty, and I'm kind of glad that the set is tanking. I'm kind of glad because that means these cards will be cheaper for me to get at some point. Kapow! Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It fight target creature an opponent controls. That's useful if you want to kill a creature and you have a high. There's artifacts that I'll show y'all that are really nasty when I pull them up to put onto Spider-Man. Because my girlfriend was so mad. She's like, I gotta get rid of those. Because that's kind of what this deck is. It's an equipment / damage deck. So I put out a bunch of creatures. I have a bunch of artifact equipment. And I will fuck up your day. Spider-Man will fuck up your day. This is just a regular Magic card. Ambush Viper. Which one were you referring to, Kaiju? I'm sorry. I'm going a little fast. That's because these cards are not fun to sleeve. But that's why I like to do this live, because it kind of passes the time away. Look at this one. Spider-Girl, it's Mayday Parker. During your turn, Spider-Girl has flying. This is useful. So that means when you're playing, if you're attacking with her, she has flying. Or if someone attacks you with flying creature, you can block them. Well, no, not on your turn. So if it's not your turn, you can't use a flying effect. When Spider-Girl leaves the battlefield, create a 1/1 green and white human creature citizen token. So if she dies or you could all take her off the field, you get a token in her place. This is just a creature card. But it connives, draw a card, then discard a card. If you discarded a non-land card, put a 1/1 counter on this creature, which is useful in certain situations. You said mana, and I was, making a shitty pun. Haha. Good job, Kaiju. Pictures of Spider-Man! When this artifact enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You reveal up to 2 creature cards from among them and put them into your hand. Oof. See, I haven't really used all the cards, so I haven't memorized them yet. But reading these, some of them are pretty dang useful. Look at this one. This one is, I mean, it's a flying, but it's a 1/1. And when it leaves the battlefield, create a food token, which is essentially a life giver. It's any artifact with 2. Sacrifice this token, you gain 3 life. So yeah, food token gives you life. The food tokens give you life. Classic magic card, divination, draw 2 cards. I have some draw cards in here. And then you gain life. 1 life for each lane you control can be useful in a pinch, say for the end of the game and you have a bunch of mana and you don't have a lot of health and you need 1 more turn to win. You can use that. Another regular Spider-Man card. But it's 2 cost. Target creature gets a +2/+4 until end of turn. That is fucking nasty for 2 mana. Some of these cards I may just leave in here if there's no like comparative Spider-Man one. Choose 1, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It gains hexproof until end of turn, or destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Useful card. Lots of good cards in Spider-Man. Like, people are just hating. Like, I understand why they're hating. I've talked about it in my my worst toy companies of 2025 video, so go check that out. But they are oversaturating the Magic market with so much different stuff. Skyward Spider. I haven't heard of this character, so that's interesting. Has so if you put an artifact on this, she has flying. Equipment. I say artifact, but I mean equipment. Then we've got Craven's Cats, which is just a 2/2. And then you can pay mana to boost it, which is cool. I'm hating. I get paid to hate it, which I got paid to hate. LOL. I'm sure a certain group of people wish they got paid to hate right now because they are crashing out hard. Oh man, I can't believe that this happened. I can't believe that all these states did this thing. Mechanical Mobster. That looks like Silvermane. So I think that's a Silvermane card without the name Silvermane on it. When this creature enters, exile up to 1 target card from graveyard. Target creature you control connives. So you can target someone else's graveyard and exile a card that you got rid of. What's up, Dan? How are you? When I was a kid, I was so obsessed with the art on Magic cards. So the vintage Magic art is very different, and it's got its own aesthetic, and I do like it. My girlfriend has lots of vintage Magic cards. She gets so obsessed with stuff. So she went back and bought a whole bunch of vintage cards, which I don't blame her. It's fine. This is a cool card. Damage control. You can bring creatures back from the battlefield with it if you destroy it. And look at this one. Look at this one. Spider, Pidilated by Penny. This is a good card. So when Spider enters, put a 1/1 counter on a target creature. Whenever a modified creature you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So if you give a +1/+1 to Spider-Man and you damage someone with it, you get to draw a card every fucking time, which is pretty cool. I think that's pretty useful. Sorry, I gotta take a hit. The last one looked like a divorce. Well, that's the thing, chill guy. These are Spider-Man cards, so they're kind of real world. Obviously, other than the superhero stuff. So, yeah, it's just a construction worker. Damage control. And, you know, damage control is in the movies, but I know there was plans to make a damage control TV show at some point, and it just fell through. Not a Spider-Man card. We're not going to talk about it. We're not going to talk about it. Not a Spider-Man card. We're not going to talk about it. Eventually, I'll get rid of them if I find good enough replacements. Fog. Not a Spider-Man card. Definitely staying in my deck, though. Damage this turn. So if you're about to get blasted, you just hit that card. We got the Lizard. Connor's Curse. Dr. Kurt Connors. That is not a Spider-Man card, but it's equipment. Like I said, this is an equipment deck. So it is very useful to modify creatures. Hey, look, it's Silver Sable. See my favorite card in front of the box. Well, there's way more Spider-Mans. I don't even have All of them, yeah. There's more Spider-Man cards that I want. There's more Peter Parker Spider-Man cards that I want. But this is the one that came with the figure. I just like that piece of artwork. Oh, it's a good artwork. This one, however, because you didn't see it, I really like that one. That's the one my girlfriend got me. It's the coolest. It's full art, you know. It's cool looking. Secret identity. Choose one. Conceal until end of turn. Target creature you control becomes a citizen with base power, toughness 1/1, and gains hexproof. So that's essentially just, nope, you can't kill my creature. Reveal until end of turn. Target creature you control becomes a hero with base power and toughness 3/4 and gains flying and vigilance, which is stronger than this Spider-Man card. Not stronger than the commander, but that is useful. And then we've got shiny. There probably is a symbiote Spider-Man. I haven't seen it yet. We got a Miles card. It's not the Miles card. Ultimate Spider-Man is the Miles card, and it's really nasty. It's a really nasty card. So eventually I'll get that. So is Cosmic Spider-Man. That card is disgusting. You need all 5 mana colors to cast it. So that was by the way, that was a land. Spider-Man land. Font of Vigor, classic magic card. You gain 7 life. So I have life gain, I have counter spells, I have destroy target creatures. That's this card. So you may laugh, but this is a fucking good card. This is a good card. This main card is fucking decent to have on the field. Whenever another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. If it's a spider, put a 1/1 counter on it. So essentially, if you just have Spider-Man heroes or spider creatures in your deck, every time you play a creature, they get a +1/+1, and regardless of what it is, you gain a life. So like I said, oh shit, I forgot to. There's some really good cards in my deck. There's some really good cards in the Spider-Man set, and it sucks that it's a you know, it's such a divisive set because I genuinely like it. I genuinely like this set. So, and it's got some ultra different and very useful cards that you could use in any type of deck, not just a Spider-Man deck. So, you know, yeah. Yes. Sorry. Interdimensional Web Watch. When this artifact enters, exile the top 2 cards of the library until the end of your next turn. You may play those cards, and you tap it, add 2 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast from exile. So it has a way to use the mana. Fire Shrieker is a very useful card. Equipped creature has double strike. That means it gets to attack twice. That'll probably stay in the deck. There's an Imposter Syndrome card with the meme. There is. I've seen that. It's pretty cool. I have never bought an individual card. I could never justify spending as much on a card as I would on one of my booster packs. Well, so there are expensive cards, but a lot of times, like the cards you need to build a deck are pretty cheap. But regardless, if you order them online, like TCG Player, you're gonna pay at least $1 in shipping. So it's good to go check out your local game store singles pile, because most of these Spider-Man cards were 25 cents. And I paid, essentially build a whole deck with the cards I'd already had for boosters and the new ones. It costs like $30, $35 total with the boosters and the special cards my girlfriend ordered. So what the fuck? Can you get in there? So really not that much. Oh my god, that's really annoying me. It keeps falling over. And I just want it up so when I go to draw, Spider-Bot. Reach. So this can block flying creatures. When this creature enters, you may search your library for a basic land card. It's also a land fetch. Always useful. Always useful. God damn it. God damn it. You know, I feel like... No, I don't feel like... I know that my filming area is not level. And it frustrates me. And then I try to fix it and I just knock shit over. Yeah, I do want the Anti-Venom card. It's a nasty fucking card. Oh shit, I have 2 fogs in my deck. I have to take this one out. Can't have more than 1 card of the same in the deck, so that fog is going to come out. Grow extra arms. Target creature gets a +4/+4 until end of turn. Pretty cool. So different colored mana cards generally do different things. Blue is a lot of like draw a card, search your library for such and such card. Green is a lot of boost your creatures, make them more powerful. Red is a lot of damage stuff. White is a lot of healing. Like this one says you gain 7 life. This is not a Spider-Man card, by the way. Oh, there's a hair in there. I don't want that in the sleeve. Get out of there, hair. Get out of there, hair. Is it gone? There. And where was I at? And black is a lot of return stuff from the grave or destroy creatures and stuff like that. Like murder is a popular black card. This is another non-Spider-Man card. All right, y'all need to get in there. Anti-venom enters, return your target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Yeah, and it also has this effect where if a creature would deal a certain amount of damage to it, it deals that damage to either the creature or the controller instead. Living Brain, Mechanical Marvel. That's a cool card. Robot Villain. Living Brain. This was cutting edge when I was a kid. Peter Parker, Spider-Man. Shiny Spider-Man Land. My personal favorite is Hand of Death. Love Hand of Death, but you know, Monstrous Growth is pretty good too. I have Monstrous Growth. I don't think I have Hand of Death. And you put that in from something? Is that from something, Kaiju Kitty? Eerie Gravestone. There's the black suit on there. There's Symbiote Spider-Man, because this is obviously when he dug himself out of the grave that Kraven put him in. From the Kraven to the grave. LOL. I'm very funny. I'm very funny. You know what else is really funny? That Disturbed canceled all future concerts that they were going to go on because they were just getting... See, look. Another Spider-Man. That's my third Spider-Man. We'll keep them out. I'm pretty sure I have 4 different Spider-Mans. What does he do? Managers, if you were cast using web slinging, you gain 3 life and create 2/1 green creatures tokens with reach. Pretty useful. Monstrous Growth. Yeah, it's a good card. It's also kind of innuendo-y, you could say, I suppose. Plummet, destroy target creature with flying. Useful. Not a Spider-Man card. A lot of these probably have like something that does something similar. In the sets. Gallant Citizen, when this creature enters, draw a card. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be John Jameson, and I'm pretty sure that's Jay Jonah behind him. But I do have a Man-Wolf card. His art is him in a trench coat. Yeah, they canceled concerts because they're getting protesting for the stupid lead singer, David Draymond, signing literal bombs that were meant to go onto Gaza, so they are rightfully getting fucking canceled. This is Miles' girlfriend, right? Starling, aerial ally, flying, 3/4. Another target creature you control gains flying until end of turn. Useful. You get some flying. You get some flying. We all get flying. Oh, before he becomes the wolf. Yeah. When he goes into space, before he gets the gem. What'd you say? Whose art is Eddie Brock? Oh, Eddie Brock is in a trench coat. That is pretty cool. Yeah, well, people should also be protested for being a lame-ass band. Yeah, you know, we all had our dad rock phases. I butt rock phases. I listened to Disturbed growing up. I've seen them live a few times, but I will never listen to them again. It's the sound of silence. University campus. The Garfunkel, Simon and Garfunkel version is way better. Is that who sings the original? I could be wrong. I could be fucking wrong and look like an idiot. But I'm pretty sure it's Simon and Garfunkel. I was going to say Garfunkel Notes, and that would have made me look like a fucking bigger idiot. Web shooters. Okay, so this is one of those nasty cards. Equipped creature gets a 1/1 and has reach. Whenever this creature attacks, tap target creature an opponent controls. So you can web someone up, and if they have a stronger creature, you just be like, tap that creature, and you do damage. So that I stacked that with another card, and when I find it, I will pull it out. Doc Ock, Sinister Scientist. There's a way worse Doc Ock card. There's one that makes 8 robot creature tokens. And it's fucking disgusting. Legendary creature. There's, like I said, there's some nasty fucking cards in this shit. Here we go. Spider Suit. Equipped creature gets a 2/2 and is a spider hero in addition to its other types. So I stacked this with the web shooters onto this commander, and it has reach. And then I had another artifact that had flying on it. So he was a 7/7 with flying, and I could tap whatever creature I wanted and just essentially do damage. So that's a really cool combo that I have in my deck. And I have all these different Spider-Man cards. So I do really like some of the ways that these Spider-Man cards work. So any haters, you can hate, but I'm just going to play my Spider-Man deck. Wild Pack, that's just a creature. Daily Bugle Building, a land, colorless land. So you can use it for any color. It is Simon and Garfunkel. OG is better. Simon and Garfunkel fucking rule. See, I was right. Remember the old Toy Biz Man Wolf that came with the Noise Button Howling Rocket Pack? I do not. I do not. Actually. But apparently in Australia, they're already getting that wave. Friendly Neighborhood Enchantment Aura. When this aura enters, create 3/1/1 green-white human citizen creature tokens. And I also make a lot of tokens. So this deck is pretty... It's not fine-tuned yet, but it does work. My girlfriend made an Urza deck, and Urza it's disgusting. I don't like playing against it all, but I've beaten it a few times. Web Warriors. When this creature enters, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. That's pretty sick. Cool card, too. Cool card. Oh, come on. Kite Sail. Oh, this is the thing that gave my Spider-Man flying. So it was an 8/8 with flying, and I could tap a creature. Kite Sail. So yeah, I had those three, and she was like, I hate that card. And I was like, well, just get good, girl. Get good. Destroy target attacking or blocking creature. Classic card, Divine Verdict. Love it. Love it. Forest. Run, Forest, run. I saw the cutest Halloween costume. So it was a couple with their newborn baby. And they had the baby dressed as Lieutenant Dan. So they had sweatpants on him, and they just like tied the ends off and painted a little beard on him. And the mom was hippie Jenna, and then the dad was Forrest. There's Genki, guy in the chair. That was a cute fucking Halloween costume. So we've been going to our local game store and playing, but like it's not the best environment to play Magic in, and we don't have friends, so it's fucking hard to find friends in your 30s. Like, where do you fucking find friends? On the internet, in real life? Like, hello? Mostly on the internet, but most of y'all live far away, so. But I just mean like as far as Magic groups. It's looking like most of these rest of the ones aren't actual Spider-Man cards. Yeah, there's just a spider right there. Goes in there. Last one. Now I need to add another card to my deck because I had a double. Oh, classic Oblivion Ring. My girlfriend kept saying Oblivion Ring, and I finally put it in my deck, and then I used it against her. You and your poor girlfriend talk shit through your game. Oh, yeah, we do. Hella shit. I'm like, I fucking hate you. I can't believe you did that. I fucking hate you. She's like, you'll be mad at me. And I'm like, just, what the fuck? Don't do that then. I won't be mad at you if you don't do that. Why do I have so many extra sleeves? What the fuck? Do I not have 100 cards in my deck? Like, what? Do I need to count? I guess I need to count. Live on stream. Fuck. Fuck! Damn, that's a lot of extra sleeves. If I'm that far off, what the hell did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So that's a quarter of 100. 25. 26 with my commander. 26. Now y'all get to see me count. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. All right, that's 50. So let me put those away now. So I know I'm Commander Shepard. Rex. I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite shop in the Citadel. Sorry, I'm stimming right now. 51. Ouch. 52, 53. Holy shit. Nope. 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75. It's gotta be 100. Or 99 at least. 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 98, 99. All right, 99. So I need to put one more card in my deck. And I also forgot to put a sleeve. Listen, they gave me a lot of extra sleeves, and I'm not bitching about that. I appreciate that. So that means that I can sleeve this bad boy. All right, so I need one more card in my deck. Someone remind me. Someone remind me that I need one more Spider-Man card in my deck. Okay? Okay. Now, where is this commander? And there's my commander from my other deck. Green Goblin. Normaine Osborn. Flying and Death Touch. That's fucking nasty. He costs 5 mana, but if he... So Death Touch means if a creature touches you, or you attack a creature and they block with it or whatever, it fucking dies. So give him a bunch of boosts and shit, and your deck is kind of unstoppable. All right, so since I don't need this fog, and take it out of this sleeve, I'm gonna open this Spider-Man card. Without fucking the card up, right? Right, Riley. What the fuck? Yo, why do they make it so difficult? You are so difficult. You are the type of girl that has the chemicals. Okay. Sleeved. That's safe. I can't use it in my deck because I already have it. And the art is cooler. But I do have it. So we'll just put it... We'll put that shit in a box. And I put that box in another box. And then I mailed that box to myself. And then I smashed that box with a hammer! Shout out if you get the reference. If not, screw you. That's your problem, not my problem. That's your problem, not my problem. Okay? So while we're on the subject of it, Spider-Man Magic the Gathering and shit, I'm not going to review it live, obviously, because I already did my review. I already filmed that shit. You'll have to wait until I edit it and put it up as members first. And then you'll get to watch it if you're a member before anyone else. But I am going to talk about it a little bit because I can talk about this guy. This guy's perfect. He just needs some butterfly joints and a ball peg at the waist, and he'd be. But look at the range of movement on his head. Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Manwolf is great. And this is actually like Star God Manwolf. So, and look, just look. Hold on. Oh, his mouth opens. Manwolf is perfect. I love him. Finally, Manwolf. We did not have one. It was a much needed figure for the shelf. John Jameson. J. Jonah's son. John Jameson III, actually. But this fucking guy here. this fucking guy. So I don't know if y'all have seen people talking about it, but this peg, obviously I had to sand it down, I had to trim it down and file it because this shit was shaped like a D20. Like, look, you can see the edges on it still probably, right? But I sanded it down, I trimmed it up because otherwise his legs would not move. And if you tried to move his fucking legs, you know what would happen? The $40 and this is not the Renew Your Vows body. There's the only thing that I see that's reused, and it may just be like so similar that I can't tell the difference, is these thigh pieces. Those, I think, up here, the part that attaches the bowl, I think those are reused from Maximum. I think those are Maximum. But the rest of it is a new sculpt. It doesn't match Renew Your Vows. It doesn't match Maximum. And it doesn't match Amazing Fantasy, obviously. That one's right here. That's so smooth. And they have, you know, the suit stuff. Did I just say stuff? Pancake and a waffle? Cigarette and a pen, or I don't know. Fuck it. I don't remember. It's fine. Y'all get my references. Yeah, they and his neck, his head does not move. So that's how you, like, the Renew Your Vows had terrible neck articulation, but it was better than that. So this is completely new, other than the thighs. And that's what I've figured out by looking really closely, because all this damage is sculpted on. You can't just take a mold and sculpt onto it and change it and be like, reprint this. Like, he looks great. Now his leg comes off, but at least it doesn't break. You know, but for this to be like the main one, smoking a waffle, cigarette and a pancake. Emperor's New Groove. How behind is that shit? Are you behind, Tallulah? Am I in the future? I don't know. We'll never know. But yeah, like, I can pose them up. But, like, I shouldn't have had to do that work. I had to work at it for like 20 minutes. Saying that, apparently you could just see the stress marks on the peg and it would break. I mean, you'd have drop down hips. That's nice. I don't understand why Hasbro put that fucking shape for the peg, though. It makes no fucking sense. Go check out my top 3 worst videos, or my top 3 worst toy company video of the year if you haven't seen it. And you can hear me bitch about Hasbro for a while. Also about Magic the Gathering and Hasbro. So, all related. It's all symbiotic, pun intended. The MJ Iron Spider, she looks cool. The card isn't that great, so I'm going to wait till the price goes down. I do want Agent Anti-Venom, though. And this is a nice head sculpt. This is a new Peter Parker head sculpt with the battle damage. It's not reused. I thought it was, but it's not. But it's nice. It looks good. And then we get reuse of the Maximum piece. I'm basically doing my fucking review here. No, not going to talk about it anymore. I got to edit those videos. Well, Tallulah Lee, the thing about this Spider-Man is, like, all of them are like that. Every single one of these battle damage Spider-Man has that problem. So, like, if you want this figure and you don't want it to fucking break, you're gonna have to do the work. And all I did was use, like, the nippers that you use for, like, model kits, and I nipped the corners, and I just tried to sand it as smooth as I could. Obviously, it doesn't look fantastic. I don't know why, Tallulah Lee. That's the thing about Hasbro, is they do dumbass shit all the time with figures that are supposed to be cool, and then the fucking neck doesn't move at all. Like, this head moves better than the Spider-Man head. I'll give it that. But the Spider-Man head just barely moves. Like, am I happy with this figure? No. Did I even need it because I already had the card? No. But Battle Damage Spider-Man, come on. Such a cool look. It looks cool. It looks cool. Oh, no. Man Wolf. I'll reveal one more secret from my review. All right, so you see this bundle of arrows. You know how Hasbro... This is what I'm talking about. Like, they do some cool shit. And then, all right, so we get one arrow in here that's just a straight-up removable arrow, right? We've seen that before. This, however, is interesting how they did this. So you get it in the package like this. And then you just bend it in half. And you stick it in there. And it's like a quiver full of arrows. And it's a really neat, handy way to do that instead of sculpting it all in. So I don't think there's any reuse on this other than the bow and maybe the sword. Is that the same sword that Zemo has? Let me check. It is. So the sword is reused. Baron Zemo has that sword. So the only two reused are the weapons. But Man-Wolf is great. And you know, we all know the anti-venom is going to suck because we've all had the Agent Venom. That figure fucking sucks. But the card is good. And I do want an anti-venom. I have my old one, but it doesn't fit in with the look. He's way bigger than the Agent Venom that I have now. And then this guy looks cool. He looks cool. But now he's got the stanky leg because I had to fix him. Like, should I have had to do that? No. No one should have to do that on a fucking $40, let alone a $20 figure.